Nice open.
Come on, get your head right.
Yo, man, what's good? We're back here for another epi for Kush and Coffee Podcast. Today we got Uger and Harry G in the building, man, from Disco Heads. What's up, brothers? How y'all doing, man?
I'm doing really good.
Yeah, man.
We're pretty good. Thank you so much for having us here.
Yeah, no problem, man. So tell me about that mix and get the beat back.
Getting the beat back was developed through a concept of spending time with a woman, you know?
Yeah.
Give me the beat back, you know, causing the relationship to rekindle again. You know, so that's what the Give Me the Beat Back is all about. So got together and put the song together. It just came like in a few hours. And laid down the lyrics, and Uger and I worked on the mix, and Uger mastered it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the DJ mix, you guys took loops and everything to build the beat, or how'd you guys do that?
Nah, brother, this is hardcore. No loops, man. We don't believe in loops, man. If you can't create it, it's not a creation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So building that, you were the constructor of the beat?
Yeah. I compose all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you usually start composing a beat? What gives you inspiration? So a lot of people say it's just saying the flowetry of music. So is that how it comes to you? It just falls from the heavens,
Man, I just hear it in my head.
Yeah.
I believe it does fall from the heavens, you know. But I hear it in my head, like Uger has his experience too. And Uger, you tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. Well, the way I work usually could be a little bit different than the other people. Sometimes, like he said, it just comes to your head.
Yeah.
It could come to when you're having a shower, driving a car, or when you're just trying to find an idea. But sometimes I just lay down things on my project, I make a bunch of beats and then bass lines, and then adjust them. Sometimes I feel like the process is like I'm making like a puzzle, you know?
Yeah.
Trying to solve the piece of puzzle, and when everything gets together, sounds great. You know?
I'm a little different than Uger. Uger is more intellect process. But myself, man, I don't know. They call me machine. Uger calls me machine, and I got other friends. Isn't that true, Uger? Yeah, because it's like I just sit down, man, and in an hour or two, I got the song finished.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what happens to me. I go into a trance, and I don't move away from that trance until it's complete.
Until it's completed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I feel like, I don't know if you ever watched that movie Soul. You ever watched that Disney movie Soul?
Yeah.
And then when he loses himself and he gets into that trance, you know, that musical trance.
That's Harry G.
Yeah. Man, so do you get the similar kind of feeling too when you get lost in creation?
Sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like that's very important too, because there's as creators we're like loners in a sense, you know, because we don't have a lot of people to especially in our family, our closest loved ones. They don't share the same passion or shit that we enjoy, you know? Yeah. And it's kind of crazy because I just don't know who's going to run through the doors today or tomorrow, but it's always different creators where I love to fucking hear how their story happened, you know, and how they start how they lose their self and their creativity and their perspective as far as the challenges as growing up of being a DJ and chasing dreams. So how did you start in the beginning of all this, man?
Oh, man. I started a music career for a long time ago. I toured for 10 years of my life. So I did that for a while and got into more production and writing. And I took a creative writing class. I went to a new seminar artists school, and they taught us how to create a foundation of a song and proceed from there. So that helped me to be more creative in my development and started doing it, man. And the thing is, it's funny how I started. I just bought a keyboard and started banging on it. Now you have to understand.
Yeah.
My real instrument is trumpet.
Okay.
So-
Well, that's crazy. I played the trumpet in jazz band.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Yeah.
The only reason why is because I came from the slum neighborhoods and it was shiny. So I picked the fucking instrument growing up. I was like, man, I just want that thing. It's just shiny as fuck, you know?
I just liked it because it's loud.
Yeah.
So from there, make a long story short, I played trumpet and I got into percussion, more Latin percussion. So then when I went to college, I started playing piano. And I'm backing up a little bit of the story, though.
Yeah,
but-
you're fine.
And then from there, it's like I started touring. I started playing trumpet, percussion, and piano. And the thing is, the piano, no one taught me, man. I just started banging on it because I knew theory.
Yeah.
So I knew the major 7, dominant 7, augmented and all that. So I just started applying myself to what I knew. And boom, I went into that, touring. I got into that, production, now DJing and production and all that good stuff that goes along with that.
So you mentioned theory, so a lot of people might not understand. Would you be able to like kind of describe what like music theory is to somebody out there, like as far as like?
Yeah. Music theory is basically the concept of music and how you develop music. So you got, you got a staff, which is it's in music that when you read music from.
Yeah.
And you got treble clef, you got bass clef, and then in the staff you have 5 lines, and then you have 4 spaces.
Yeah.
And those 5 lines and those 4 spaces, there's notes in there.
Yeah.
So you have to understand the notes and how they work together.
Okay.
And how you combine different harmonies.
Yeah.
Harmonies is when you develop different notes that sound kind of a choir kind of type.
Yeah.
So that's what it comes from.
Okay. Just for people that don't understand like music theory, but as far as for you, how did it all start for you? Get a little bit of your backstory.
Yeah, sure. Well, many years ago, I started playing guitar when I was 13. All I wanted to be a rock guitarist.
Yeah.
And just keep playing and end up playing at a lot of bands and live playing. And then while I was playing guitar, I developed interest in recording and more composition aspect of the music. And then after a while, I was like, okay, I like what am I doing, but I like more being in the behind the scenes after a while. So I started mixing and recording for the different artists and bands. That's when I used to live in Turkey.
Okay.
So
No shit.
oh yeah, and then after a while, I picked up on film scores. So for a while, I was writing music for films and TV shows until I moved here. And after I moved here, I got into more production after film scoring, and then ended up writing disco, dance, house kind of music. So from the guitarist to a DJ, producer, as you can see, a lot of change,
So you said you're in Turkey. When did you migrate over here this way?
5 years ago,
Oh no
Yeah.
shit.
I moved here in 2017.
So how was it growing over there?
Rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you give me a small story of what you came from?
Well, I'm from Istanbul. I born and raised over there. I lived in that crazy city for 30 years. The most difference you can find over there is live 24/7. A lot of people, crowded. Everything is different compared to here. So that was a quite change.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like when you start playing, you started learning music back then in Turkey?
Yeah, I was 13 when I started playing guitar, and then picked up on a different.
Who inspired you to pick up the guitar? What inspired you to pick up the guitar?
I think the music we used to listen over there as a teenager. The most people I know in high school were listening Metallica,
Okay,
the rock
yeah,
bands,
fuck
the
yeah.
metal. I'm like
It's pretty heavy over there though, right? Like people listen to it more like over there as far as like heavy rock bands.
depends. Yeah, some
Yeah.
people. I mean, my surroundings were that way, so I liked it. But also, my father was playing me a lot of old vinyls when I was kid. So I still have the vinyls from like 70s, 80s, like a Led Zeppelin,
Okay.
Frank Zappa,
Yeah.
ABBA, and when you're a kid, you don't realize the value of that. And after a while, when I found them, I still have them in my house. I was like, wow, this is like vinyls from 60s, 70s. He picked up, and they're really famous tracks,
Yeah, that's fire, man. Especially them old school, especially Frank Zappa. I fuck with Frank Zappa.
Yeah, he used
Yeah.
to be my idol for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to do a remix on that.
Did you have long hair growing up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really
Being
long.
a rocker? Yeah.
Really long.
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
check him out on YouTube.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. Who's that guy?
So after you moved back to the States and you started getting into like, what did you do then? Did you start getting into like straight DJing right away, or did you start doing clubs, or what did you do?
Well, after I moved, I was doing trailer stuff. Like for a while, I composed trailer music
Okay.
for a company based on LA. So while I was doing that, I met Harry in an event here, and we became,
Yeah.
really good friends, and we shared stuff each other. And until that point, to be honest, I was believing that electronic music is not the real music.
Yeah,
I never liked it so much. I listened.
Like EDM music, right?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
Oh, it's
well, that
kind of, or is it a little more? Is it different?
It's a lot different.
Yeah, it's a lot
electric
different.
dance kind of like.
We're more NU disco.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, because when you write music for films and TV shows, you write a lot of stuff for orchestra and choir and
Yeah.
brass. Like Harry said, you have to know the theory, the music theory, and it's a lot of different than the electronic world. But then when I started listening more electronic stuff later on, I was like, okay, that's really hard to do. You realize that when you especially just change your direction in the music
Yeah.
and then try to work on a different stuff, and you're like, wow, that's not really simple as that. It is simple, but it's hard to make it simple and good at the same time. So it was a quite challenge.
Yeah.
But I love doing it, and we love making people dance. It's a great feeling when you're on the stage, you play music, people dance to your music. It gives me the same amount of pleasure, like when you write music for film scores.
Yeah.
People watch it and they feel something. And on the dance floor, it's the kind of same thing. We play a music, either it's our own tracks or somebody else's tracks. They love it, they dance to it, so it gives you
Man,
similar
because
kind of vibe.
you guys throw on a hell of a show. Because I went to that one, I think it was for Halloween, around Halloween time.
Yeah, October
Disco
20.
Halloween.
Yeah, that shit was fire, man. I ain't gonna lie, that shit it was a good time. You guys were all painted up and shit, and then the blue neon lights, and then the old girl says, was it Cece?
Cece, yeah.
Yeah, Cece came on and did her thing too.
Yeah.
It was pretty fire. Did you guys see the recap of that video?
Yeah, I saw a little bit.
The picture of it too. The picture. Did you guys? I sent you guys the pictures, didn't I?
I think so. I'm not sure. 'Cause I've been so busy, my brother. So
Yeah,
you're asking
man.
the wrong guy.
Because man, those pictures are pretty fucking fire of you guys. It took some when you guys were DJing and shit, man. And you guys were all painted up, and especially inside that blue color that was illuminating down, man.
Yeah.
So
No,
so did you guys start DJing together after you guys met? What sparked that?
Well, it all happened. We started doing compositions together.
Yeah.
And from there, I got this vision. It's like, Uga, man, I believe that this trend is going to hit Chicago really heavy. And I think we should move in this trend because there's a lot of opportunities happening. So Uga said, well, let's hit it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we hit it, and it's happening.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, it's fire, man. I'm telling you, people in LA are reaching out to me, and other individuals are reaching out to me. I just got talked to someone about in Germany.
No shit.
No, you have to understand, Germany, the disco is huge in Germany.
Yeah.
And you disco, it's on fire, man.
Yeah.
It's on fire. So Europe, it's blowing up with NU disco right now. And Chicago is always a little late. Everybody, please. I grew up in Chicago. This is my city. I'm not criticizing. I'm not putting it down. But I'm telling you, man, we always get the little trinkle afterwards. You know something? You don't see it, but I see it. He's pulling the pictures out. I didn't get those pictures, brother. You got to send them to me.
Oh my God.
Oh,
man.
come on now.
Look at they get better.
Yeah,
They get better?
Oh
I
my
think we
God.
see some of it,
Are
but
you-
not the all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at
Are
that.
you taking me to a different level?
Look at that. Man.
Come on now. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man.
You guys send them to me. That way we can put them on the IG and
I
people can
got
check
you.
it out, man.
I got you. Look at you guys, man. You guys are rocking out here.
Sweet.
Yeah, I love that shot.
Yeah.
You guys
That
are,
looks good. That looks good, man.
yeah, man. Hey, if you need me to fly to Germany, let me know, man.
Let's go tomorrow.
Tell them, put it in the budget. They got to pay for the cameraman.
There you go, man. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So we're excited about what's going on with
So-
the process,
So how do you feel as far as like it finally like your vision, man, coming to like life?
Let me tell you, it feels good because this vision it's been developed since what do you say? Ugo? December was it? December we started. We
last
thought
year?
we thought about it, and then December we implemented it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We were talking about it like I think 2 years ago. But it takes time, to develop everything and get together and do this stuff. So we were just brainstorming in the beginning, like, okay, this is what we should do, and follow this path and this path. Okay, this is our goals, and then we start doing them in time, and that's the point we got.
Yeah. So in December, I think December last year. Was it December? Before Halloween.
I think so. Like the year before we play, like like New Year's, right?
Yeah, New Year's. So we did quite a few things, and then we started implementing it more heavier, as we went along.
Yeah.
And this year, it's only been it's only been about 9 months, right? Altogether, Uber. And in 9 months, man, the opportunities that are coming out of this is sick, man. It is so sick. I'm telling you.
That's fire, though, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Oh, thanks,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Yeah,
Because this is like kind of just like all paying off. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't do no promoting or marketing for like the Kush and Coffee podcast. And we're listening to like worldwide now, so it's like 22 countries. Like people are just really
awesome.
tapping
That's awesome.
in. You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations,
London's listening. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
London, from Chicago. Everybody.
That's fire.
We're coming out to see you, London, soon.
Soon.
Very soon.
Yeah, man. That's fire too, man. Like it's just cool as hell to see other creators like for their dreams to like come to fruition, as far as like just keeping that vision. It started with a vision, and you're starting to live it now. So
Yeah. It's all about being consistent, man. And believing what you had to put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
It doesn't come overnight. There's nights that we stood up to, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. Then we had to go, do our day thing, you got to pay the price.
Yeah.
There's
Sacrifices,
there's no easy way, man. You
Yeah.
pay the price. I look at it this way. It's a farmer. Farmer goes out there. He sows the seeds. He cultivates the ground.
Yeah.
He goes back and he waters the ground. He cultivates the ground. You have to do that. And
Do the work.
You got to do the work, man.
Yeah, man. That's fire. So like, did you have other DJ partners before you locked up with Uger?
Nope.
No.
Yeah,
So it was just kind of just like started with you guys, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just happened like a magic. I think we
Yeah.
had a good musical, ideas together, and
So how many in the last 9 months? How many like gigs have you guys done?
Quite a few, man.
Yeah.
Quite a few, yeah. Don't ask me those questions, man. I'm more,
I'm just trying to see like how busy you guys are, because
Yeah.
man, that's kind of cool as hell just to be busy and doing what you love, man.
Yeah.
And then you're expressing your art to make other people happy.
Oh yeah, man. We love seeing people smile. We love that different cultures and different races come together and enjoy.
Yeah.
The process that we're delivering, in the concert and all that. It's fun, man.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I always say that, disco back then was all about love and unity. It still is, dude.
Yeah.
It brings that together, man.
Yeah.
All music
And
does. Man.
definitely like the world needs that shit right now. You know what I'm
Tell
saying?
me
'Cause
about it.
the world is like brutal as hell right now.
Yeah.
Every which way you can think about it, it's a brutal way of thinking. Like, man, it's crazy. I got three little ones at home, so I just not fear, but just like think like about them in the future and things how 10 to 15 years from now, like what is the world going to become then? You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah, I exactly think the same thing. Like, if we see those, what are orchids gonna see?
Yeah.
Zombie apocalypse, maybe. Like, we seen COVID and all that crazy stuff.
So I always talk about like going through things too, as far as chasing your dreams. So like as far as like what did you ever have a lowest time, man? Like you just wanted to give this shit up, like.
Yeah, man. We all go through that, man. Through the low times where we just want to lay it down, forget about it.
Yeah.
And you have frustrations that brings you to a point where you want to explode, But it's all about the mindset. It's how you look at things. If you look at the negative and then you dwell on that, that's what you become.
100%.
So, but if you look, it's like being grateful for the process that you're in and what you're experiencing, it changes the whole atmosphere, man. Yeah. It changes everything. And that's what we do. We practice being grateful in the good and the bad because, hey, man, there's a process, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the process is not always sweet.
Trust the process.
Yeah, trust
exactly.
the process.
That's yeah, man. That's important, very important. As far as too is like I always talk about like having conversation as men too, is like breaking down the barriers for this man's mental health thing. As, you know what I'm saying? Because as men, we all go through different things. Like we said at the beginning of the thing, we're all human beings. You know, we all go through things,
Right.
and especially for men, we have it. I feel a little more difficult because as far as the weight that's on our shoulders, as being just already a man, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, you
it's
have
like,
to be.
and
tough
then
all the time.
taking care of the family and all that
Yeah.
and shit like that, and being a parent and being working, missing time, and you know, and then there's some of these guys that take their lives, man, because shit's so serious for them, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as far as like breaking down those barriers for everybody to have open conversations as men, as you know, as wanted to understand and have compassion and understanding, you know, and just be there for one another. You know,
I strongly believe when you're grateful about something, man, your mind totally changes. Because grateful brings kindness,
Yeah.
it brings peace, it brings generosity, it brings love, it brings together, it brings unity. All those things when you're grateful, like this brother over here, I'm grateful he's here, you know, because the fact is there might be a connection. Maybe not. Maybe there's just a relationship in the future relationship. This was it's all about is being grateful for the moment
yeah,
and acknowledging it. You know, that's all we have to do.
yeah.
And I'm telling you, that's in the good and the bad.
100%. But you always got to find the positive in the things, man. Like
It's-
in life.
And you know what? Gratefulness does that. It
Yeah.
brings you into that positive set of mind because you see the reality of the situation
Yeah.
in a better way.
You want to touch on that?
Well, I also believe that things are not meant to be perfect all the time. So when
Yeah.
things don't go well, we have
Yeah.
to accept what it is and focus on what we can control
Come
instead
on.
of what we can't control. You know,
Yeah.
okay, that's the situation right now. I'll do my best and then move forward. You know, and see the future. And you just have to accept when things are not going well, and it's a part of a process that will take you to the next level.
Yeah.
You know, instead of getting frustrated or like, oh, you know, this is not working. I used to say this all the time when I used to work on the film stuff. Every time I need to write a theme or a new track, I felt like, okay, I'm going to quit because I can't do it. I'm like, well, whatever I try, it's not working. You know, I feel like, okay, maybe I should quit and they should find a real composer, right?
Yeah.
But then you just keep trying and then keep trying and keep trying. And then boom, you got the good idea and you get a great melody and great team. And you're like, you know, that works. So,
It's funny that Uger is a very humble guy because he says, let him find another composer, but the guy's an incredible composer, man.
thank
You know,
so much.
if you hear his tracks, his movie scores and trailers and all that, and all the stuff he's created also with as a joint effort, us two, you know, it's amazing. It's amazing. So he's always saying, oh, you know, I don't like it. I said, dude, it's good.
Hey, that's like,
yeah, sometimes I'm a little tough on myself, but,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah, man. I think all artists are. Did you ever like deal with like a lot of self doubt as far as like your art? Like, it's not good enough, so you don't want to put it out. Are you gonna worry about what people judge about your art or anything like that?
Well, for me, like since from the beginning, I have a tend to not like my own ideas easily. So, you know, when I have a something, I'm like, okay, that might be not a good idea. I
Yeah.
can do better. And then after a while, I learned that this was a long process for me because I'm going to give you this example. When I started writing music, it took me like 2 years to finish a track. I was like, wow, that's a long time. You know?
Oh shit.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
you know, and I realized in time when you be your own, you know, worst critic,
Yeah.
it's not a good and healthy thing for a long term. Right now, we're more of a like, okay, I also have to accept that everything I make is not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Every artist are like that. For example, you can name anybody, any artist. I probably have a lot of tracks about an artist that I like, but also probably a lot of tracks they wrote that I don't like. So it's going to be the same thing. Whatever you do, you'll put some products out there. Many people love it, but also there will be a people that who don't like it too.
Yeah.
So you have to be okay with that. So these days, I'm more open to put whatever I write. If I feel like it's good enough to release, I'll just release it and try to make a better one in the next time.
Yeah, you got to understand a little story between Uger and I. Uger, when we started working together, he would sit on the track forever, man. You know, yeah. And me, I'm the speedy guy. Boom, boom, boom. He goes, "How did you do that?" You know, it's like, hey, you know, and all of a sudden he's doing the same thing. You know, it rubs off.
Yeah.
You know, and other abilities that he had rubbed off on me. So it always is always a good win.
Yeah, that's why I feel like it's important to have like creators around you, man. Like other creative minds around you.
Yeah.
And that's why I said it goes back to that point of like being a loner, because not everybody has the same ambition. That's why you got to go out there and find those vibrations out there that can ride with the same frequency as you. You know, that's creating. Because the other day, last night, we were here, man, and the dude, Team John Hill, he's like an executive producer, and he was just in here vibing with us. And then we had one of my homeboys with us. He's a producer here for me at Ori Studios. And he does music too, so they started vibing. We started all singing. And he was talking about how people just go in the studio and make music. He's talking about R. Kelly's experience of making music, and he said people that make music are all different. You know, they make music different ways.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Every process is different for everybody. So.
And it was just in here, and he started singing and shit, and it was like a whole vibe, man. It was cool as hell how we just started that shit, and it was just a creation right there on the show.
Yeah, it's all about the inspiration, man.
Yeah,
Catch it, you know.
And that's why I say it goes back to important to have creators around us, man, especially those people that want to actually move forward and be, you know, something that they want to fight for, you know, as far as like a artist, a creator.
It's funny because sometimes, a few times, Ugo and I be driving in the same vehicle, and all of a sudden a melody line comes to us, and we're like, "Oh yeah!" And we get all excited about it, and we're recording it on our phones, you know. And then all of a sudden we go home and start creating the song. You know, it's amazing, isn't that true, Ugo?
Yeah, it is. And I remember another one. We were at the phone one time. We were talking about something, and then I just started singing a melody or something, and he was like, "Dude, that's cool. You should record that on the phone." I hang up and record it. I recorded on my phone, and then I listen it back, and I was like, "Oh, that's a good idea." And then there you go. You just got the idea.
Got a hook and shit real quick.
Yeah.
You know, these kind of stuff happen all the time. You just have to be, you know, catch when things come to you.
Take advantage of the seed, man.
Yeah.
So the shows you guys got going on, it's just like a little small venues got going on right now. How's
No,
it?
we got.
Are you guys doing clubs?
We got some festivals going on in the summer. We got one small venue coming up. It holds about 200 people. It always gets packed. It's an underground cocktail bar. It's April 21st. You guys got to come out to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Then we got a lot of festivals out in Chicago. You guys will hear about it. We'll be posting all over. Then we're doing a big 70s party out at Joe's Weed Street.
Oh, okay.
In July, they just booked us for that. That's going to be a lot of fun.
That holds a lot of people too.
Oh,
man.
they're expecting 1,500 people, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's pretty lit because I've been there a couple of times, and it's a big space too.
Well, you got to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be your camera guy, man. Let me know. Just put me down. I'll be out there for the camera guy.
Yeah.
Just put me down, man. For real, I'll be there. Just tell him like, hey, my camera guy's coming. His name's such and such, and I'll be there. Man.
There you go. There you go.
You know what I'm
there you
saying?
go. Yeah.
It's pretty lit in there too. You'll have a good time, especially depending on how the lighting is. But you guys do your thing anyway. It's gonna be a disco thing. It's always fire music.
Yeah.
The last music you guys played, that shit was lit. Like,
Oh, thanks,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Cece came out there and just killed it too. On top of it,
Yeah,
like it was
yeah.
just like, and then y'all did your thing for the rest of the night.
Yeah, we always have guest singers come out through.
Man, who was the dude on the guitar?
Oh, it's Adrian.
He was cold
Adrian.
too. He did his thing too. He came through with his whole outfit on and shit. I forgot what he was, but he had like a thunderbolt on his face.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember who he was though, but yeah, man, that's pretty amazing what you guys are doing out there, taking over the electric scene. Actually, do you feel like you created this genre of music?
Well, I don't feel
Or
like
just
I
brought
created.
the sound to Chicago?
I just brought the sound to Chicago. I'm born and raised here in Chicago. You know, R&B was one of the things that created here. House music was one of the things.
Freestyle.
Yeah, freestyle. Also, so all those elements all combine into disco, brings out those elements. You know that people want to dance and people want to party, and have a good time.
Hey, Ink, you should do like a disco for electro beat, bro. He got all kind of crazy stuff.
All I can see, he has ideas right now in his head.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure if you guys play one of your mixes, he'll probably sing a hook to it or something, man. And you got for real change. It's a collaboration. Bring in more listeners too.
Hey, I'm always open. I'm always open. You know, it's because that's where opportunities happen.
Exactly.
You know, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
You see, I may have the brushes and the paint, but he might have the canvas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Everybody.
And that's when it comes together, you know?
Especially when you get a bunch of different artists together too, man.
Yeah.
Just like in one room.
Yeah.
We had that here the other day. It was like 12 different artists and like 4 different producers. It was just like, you know what I'm saying? It was just going down in here. It was like, holy shit.
It's like an environment that you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but something's great is gonna happen,
Yeah.
you know. And it's like it's just all the years of just moving forward, and because this is 10 years in the making for me right here. Everything
awesome.
right here you guys see. So it's like the podcast has only been like 3 years. So I just trying to just kind of like just moving silent, like in the waves, but not really catching them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but because it's the family thing, man. It's like how like do you guys got a family?
Yeah, I do. I have an awesome 9-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's also into music, and he's very creative. He's also becoming a pretty good DJ too. He's gonna outdo me, man. Yeah. So he's amazing, though.
As far as like spending time and shit like that, family time, how does that go, man?
Dude, that's 100%.
Yeah.
There's no doubt there, man. You know, if you don't got your base together, everything else is not going to be together.
100%.
You think it's going to be together, but it's going to fall apart.
Yeah.
It's just falling apart all over because you don't have your base together, man.
Yeah.
And family is the base.
Yeah. Family is the base.
Yeah.
And how when you get down into like we're getting back to the man's mental health thing, like as far as like when you get down sometimes, like how do you cope with it and figure it out?
What do you mean by getting down?
Like it's sometimes
For me, that's dancing.
Getting down and boogieing.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just feel like in a dark place sometimes. And how do you get back out of that?
Wow, man, when I'm in a dark place, man, I'll tell you one thing. I just take time to meditate and surrender, man.
Yeah.
I first of all, I embrace what I'm going through, man. I acknowledge, hey, man, I'm frustrated. You know what? I'm angry. So I'm going to take this time and acknowledge that. And it's me that I'm angry and I am frustrated. And that I need to deal with it. And I take a time of meditation.
Yeah.
And I release it. And I say, I surrender these feelings that I have. I surrender the way I feel, the way my thoughts. And I'm grateful that I'm experiencing this. It all comes back to that point of gratefulness.
Yeah.
And man, when I do that, dude, I'm fine, dude.
Yeah.
Because it gives me the opportunity to surrender and add kindness and grace to myself.
Yeah.
And then when I do that, I'm able to apply that to others.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about you, brother?
Everything he said is great. Also, like I mentioned before, when you go down and things are not going well, you just have to go through the process, because if you're not feeling well about anything, you cannot expect to be, back 100% in 5 minutes or like in a day, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to take a couple days maybe and just accept the feelings you got. That's what I believe. Like if you're feeling anger, let that have it for a while. Just don't suppress it, because in the society, man is always like, men shouldn't have emotions or like this and that. We also have carry the weight on that on our shoulders.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you get like too emotional, the men are usually, I believe, scared to talk with people because they might be like, oh, I'm a man, I shouldn't talk about this. I shouldn't talk about this. Sometimes, like he said, the surrender, take a time off, even talk with the person that will understand you, like a close friend or maybe a family member. You have to be open about it sometimes.
Yeah.
Because if you put everything inside of you, you will explode and it will be really bad.
It eventually just come. Yeah, you're right. too much to handle, and somebody's gonna get it. Not the person that's supposed to get it, but somebody.
I always say you get constipated with too much thoughts.
And that's another key point too. Like we all control our own thoughts. That's that's what everybody needs to understand. That's why it's good that you meditate, because that's important too. Like I feel like meditation is like key in life, because man, that does wonders for me too.
Awesome.
Yeah, it does, and it's like smoking weed too, because I got ADHD, so it's like I need to slow down sometimes. You know? But yeah, man. Other than that, like as far as like, what do you see you guys in next year, man?
Man, next year I have my vision is extended immensely. I see us. I want to tour maybe just basically during the weekends. You know, I don't want to go full tour. You know, and my goal is to cause a lot of revenue streams through Disco Head, and be able to impact people's lives and also change people's lives through what we're doing. I just don't want. We're Disco Heads is just not a band that just gets up there and performs. We actually put a show together.
Yeah.
And cause people to get lively and forget about their problems, etc.
Yeah, I believe it's like you said, we're not just a band. It's a show and a vision of, we put out there. We try to implement different stuff all the time.
Entertainment.
Yeah, basically. Like, when you go to see, what do you call, like a comedy show. It's a whole show, right? Or like
with different comments.
Yeah, like a big musical, We trying to do similar stuff because, for personally, what I see out there, most people go out and DJ, and that's totally fine.
That's it.
We do that too in solo when we go out playing by ourselves. But with the Disco Heads, it's more about the show, what we can do to bring people together and have fun, and just may give people that something that they can enjoy, because that was what I noticed when we went to live on the stage or show. I never see when somebody's DJing and most of the people pull out their phones and record it. But when we hit the stage, and then when I look at the crowd, I see like almost everybody is videoing us. I was like, wow, that's quite different than just the DJing solo. So that's what we trying to bring to the table.
Yeah, because like I said, man, the experience you guys, because did you guys did the whole dancers and everything? You have the dancers, or was it like the bar?
Yeah.
So like they had dancers, they had a guitarist. You know what I'm saying? They had a bassist too, right? Did you have horns?
Yeah, we had horns.
Yeah, you had horns. It was like a whole show, man.
Vocals, yeah.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
And we were dancing. You saw the dancing, right?
Man, everybody was dancing, not just you guys. It was. I mean, man, the picture and the ones I got, it just looks fucking packed. It's just packed in there. It was a good time though, man. As far as like experience, I appreciate you guys invited me out for that, man.
Oh man, my pleasure, man. So I hope you come out on the 21st again of April.
Yeah,
that's our next show at Underground Cocktail Bar. That's on Illinois Street. You guys can look it up, and you will see where it's at. You come out and join us, man. You're gonna have some fun. Trust me, you're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, man. Make sure you tap in, man. Before we get out of here, make sure you give them your credentials, man. Let them know where they can find you at, everything.
Yeah. Mine's is I am Harry G on IG. And then we also have Disco Heads too. Disco Heads, we just started the IG like a few months ago because we were kind of solo kind of thing. But the IG's kicking in, and I'm excited about it, man.
Before we get out of here, how do you guys feel about the feedback of your style of music and your DJing, your show that you put on?
Man,
what do people tell you guys like after the show? Like
they always say, "That was awesome."
and the other one, we loved it. That was great.
Yeah, we loved it.
We loved it.
When are you guys playing again?
When is the next show?
That kind of thing. Yeah.
So also, do you guys like use the same characters, or do you guys like bring different artists like every time for the Disco Head scene?
We have a core, which is Uger and I.
Okay.
And then we bring different artists in to join us.
Different horn players and shit
different
like
horn
that.
players. Last gig we did, we had one of the horn players that played with Miami Sound Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Come on. Yeah.
Man.
And then we had another horn. We had a trumpet player that also is very well known. He played with us. So it was it was lit, man.
Man,
It was a lit
that's
show.
cool as hell too, because that's just like getting back to like old school music,
Yeah.
you know, playing together, coming
Yeah.
together, and then just having a fucking a jam session, man. And plus, then you have all the people there and just fucking vibing with you guys.
Oh my God, that last show was awesome too. You know, I mean, every show we
Did you throw it at the same place?
Yeah, they invite us again. I says, I'm not too sure if I want to come. And says, okay, well, how about this? How about we offer you this? And I go, well, I think we should come.
Because they know what you guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome though. See, so
Yeah,
salute to that too. So that's what we're trying to get to as far as like the podcast and promoting that shit now. Like as far as like sponsorships or shit like that, just for showing up now, you know.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna get crazier. And man, salute you guys though. Congratulations on your success, man.
Well, thanks,
Thank
man.
you so
I
much.
think you should. I think you should come out and do a live podcast when we perform one day.
Oh yeah, that'll be cool.
That'll be awesome.
Maybe before you guys start.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do a
yeah.
whole pop, and then you could just say, "Hey, they're on." Whatever, you know, you take it from there. But that'll be so cool.
Oh, while you guys are doing it?
Yeah. Before we go on, and you could do one song or two, whatever.
Yeah, man.
Stream
Then,
it, man. Stream it.
Yeah, man. We could do something like that. I gotta figure it all out how I'm gonna get the sound into the
Yeah.
live stream and everything,
Yeah. That'll be awesome.
so it can be clarity. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. We can.
You could actually work with an engineer and
Yeah. Well, I got 2 of them over here.
okay.
3 of them. So yeah.
Oh, there you go. Collaboration.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Again, I appreciate you guys coming through, man. Coming on and hanging out with me, man.
Oh man,
Thank
it
you
was
so much. It was great to
Yeah.
be part of your podcast.
So Disco Heads, make sure you go check them out on IG.
yeah.
Disco Heads, Harry G.
And mine is Ugur. Let me spell it. UGURDARIVEREN is my Instagram. I think a Disco Heads Instagram username was Disco Heads Live, right?
Yeah, Disco Heads Live. You can
I don't
find
have
us out.
internet on my phone right
Yeah,
now. for
so-
some reason.
So
Check
have
it
you,
out.
before we get out of here, have you guys dropped the album together as like a Disco Head group? Like
Oh, we're gonna come. That's coming up.
We're working on it.
Okay, we can talk about a little bit about that before we get out of here.
Okay,
one more time.
Okay. Yeah, so we got some. We're gonna be dropping that actually in July. We're gonna drop like 2 songs, and then after that we're gonna drop another 4, and so on and so on. So it's gonna come out in trinkles, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We got special artists on those tracks too.
yeah. So
yeah.
are you dropping them like one by one, or are you gonna do like the 2 and then 3?
We might do 1, might do 2.
Yeah.
It depends how it goes, you know.
Yeah, I think we're still deciding on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like I tell everybody in the music industry, I be listening to all the independent artists out there that put out singles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they talk about like how how you put out an album, but your single gets the most play because
Yeah.
that's the most one they listen to
Right.
and released before all the other ones came
Uh-huh.
out. So that's why they always put out singles instead of a whole album.
Exactly.
So you can, like you said, trinkle it out, and then you get them all built up a fan base, and then they like all your songs instead of just one of them.
100%.
Because you got it out enough in time. Every 3 weeks you'll drop a song, and then you drop the album at the end of the year, and
Yeah.
it's already got the streams, and then
Yeah.
they're gonna listen to the whole album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be doing a really cool party. I want you to come out to that, and maybe you could do a live stream there. Maybe you could do it there. It's gonna be in a loft, dude. And the loft is gonna have this really cool place. A friend of ours, his name's Ramsey,
Yeah.
and he has this really cool industrial loft. It reminds me of New York.
Oh shit.
Yeah, really cool. And we're going to set up a whole thing, light show and everything in there. And we're going to do like a special preview party for only certain people.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, certain fans.
Yeah.
And we're going to do this draw with certain fans too. So it's going to be lit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hot.
Shit, let me know, man.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'll come set up, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Be some special event type shit, man. Nobody even exclusive shit too. That's always fire.
Yeah, only 40 people, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. And I get to be one of those 40 people.
Yeah.
Why not?
That's it.
That's dope. That's dope, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. Definitely send me the info. I'm definitely down for that, man.
Yeah, okay. That sounds good.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys coming on again. Man, if you guys don't know, next time they draw a show, it's always sold out, man. Because they do their thing, man. They got a whole new sound. They embrace the sound. They just brought it to Chicago. Shout out to Harry G for that. Shout out to the Disco Heads, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thank you so much, brother.
Hey, I appreciate you guys coming on, man. I appreciate you. Even though you guys didn't smoke no bud with me, but it's cool.
That's okay, man.
Hey,
you go.
give it back to the beat, man. We're gonna let this play out for a little bit, and then we're gonna get you guys in tune with Harry G. And then Disco Head album coming soon, singles coming soon. Stay tuned, man. This your boy Jay Banner. We're out of Cushy Coffee Podcast, man. Thank you for listening.
Won't you give me that beat back? Won't you give me that beat back? Won't you give me that beat back? Won't you give me that beat